It ran into the pole by the road.
It ran into the pole by the road. Uh-oh. So you need to get recovered? Looks like we just got a call and we better go help Double T get the go-kart unstuck. Alrighty, we are back in the shop. It's a Monday afternoon. I'm standing over here by the stove because it's chilly outside. There's kind of a north wind blowing and it's just, it's just really, really cold. My boy's out there cruising around on the go-kart. I'm not sure how long that's gonna last though, so I told him, I said, Double T, you know, you can run this around, but I'm gonna be in the shop working if you want to come help me out. So we'll see if he pops in here at some point. I've got Toner here too with me. We were playing ball out there and we'll probably step out a couple of times and throw it again here and there for her just to keep her entertained. But what I'm planning to do tonight, hoping to get the rear bumper off. I don't know if you could tell. Well, probably from this angle you can. Now that hitch is kind of angled down. It's never been quite right. It's kind of been loose back there for, well, since I got it. And I don't know if it's the bolts that are on there just never got tightened up, or if something to do with the mounts are kind of twisted and tweaked, or I honestly don't know. I made a really lame attempt just after I bought it, and I was kind of learning how to weld to try and jack it up and weld it to where it was more level, and that didn't work at all. And so anyways, I'm doing it for two reasons. Number one, I want to try and fix that rear bumper, make it more solid. Well, I guess I should say three reasons. Fix the bumper, make it more solid. Number two, the wiring back there for the lights and stuff is just another rat's nest, really bad. And then number three, I started creating a spare tire mount. You can see that right there. I started welding that together about 1.5 years ago. Never finished it, but I really like to fix it because as of right now, I've got to put the spare tire on the roof, which is okay. It's not ideal, but it doesn't work with the hard top that I've got. And I wanted to make this rack to where it would hold the spare tire better and maybe be like an ice chest mount or something like that. Right now, this doesn't fit a full-size spare, and it started tearing like the welds on the hinges on the tailgate and stuff like that, and just starting to cause a mess. So look who showed up. What happened? Is it too cold?
No.
No?
The go-kart ran into the pole by the road.
It did what?
It ran into the pole by the road.
It ran into the pole by the road. Uh-oh. So you need to get recovered? You need help getting it out? Okay. Looks like we just got a call and we better go help Double T get the go-kart unstuck. So we'll go see what we can do and then we'll come back and get to this. Oh boy, you got it good, huh? What were you trying to do?
I'm trying to turn over here.
No. Were you coming from this direction? And you're trying to turn? Are you going a little too fast maybe?
No.
Huh?
No.
No? You were going slow? Well, what happened then? How did you hit the pole?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't turn it all the way.
Well, I don't know either. Okay. I'm just trying to understand how it happened. So you were coming down that road and then turned here and just didn't make it, huh? Okay. Yeah, I should be able to just... Can you get in and turn the wheels? Okay, now try and turn the wheels while I pull you back. Turn them. Okay, we got him out. He's back on the road and going. All right, she's off. Yeah, it's off of there. A couple of things I'm a little concerned about, or, well, I'm gonna say concerned, curious about, is quite certain this is fuel pump stuff here, and I'd like that to be a little bit nicer, but I honestly think it's pretty good for what we're working with. It's kind of tucked in a way. I might zip tie that up just to make sure that it's good and clean. There was a bunch of grounds. I don't know why they didn't just tie all those into one and have one ground tied through versus 53.5. Kind of weird. I was curious about maybe cutting these out and just eliminating those connectors because they're kind of big and bulky. So I might experiment with that a little bit. But the other thing I'm noticing is we've got kind of both. Not only is this kind of bent out of shape here, but these brackets here are kind of bent out of shape. So I'm not sure how that's all going to work. But now that I've kind of got wiring cleaned out of the way and stuff like that, I can do some test fitting. This is that welding I told you I tried to do that just did not work. So I'm going to have to take a grinder kind of on both of these, see if I can clean that a little bit so that we can get a little better fit on everything, and probably some new bolts. Yeah, it works. So see what I can. Oh, the other thing I was going to try and find out is if there is reverse lights. I've never had reverse lights working on this. I don't know if the reverse switch might not be working in the transmission or something like that. So I'm going to play with that a little bit, and if that doesn't work, then I might tie it into a switch that I'm going to put on the dash. But yep. But it is just about time for dinner, so I think rather than getting further in and not being ready for dinner when that call comes, I'm probably just going to call it quits now and kind of go wash up and head in. From what I understand, my sweetheart is giving me the day off again tomorrow, so I should have plenty of time to kind of play with this and see if I can't get it all put back together nice and clean and check another item off the list. Alright, it's the next morning. It's kind of dark in here. You can see we've got some of our fluorescents. We've only got half our lights at the moment. Well, not even half, because that one only has one in it. That are lit up, but they'll come on as things kind of warm up. Whew, it's cold, but I got the fire going, and I'm gonna start playing with this bumper again. I've got to apologize. I got working away and didn't recognize that the SD card filled up. Thinking back, I think I did hear a beep, but I just didn't pay attention because I was involved, so sorry. Let me show you kind of what I've gotten into here though. So what I did is I actually found some square pieces of, they're like big square washers, I guess is what they are. And they should act as really good reinforcement. They just fit in that slot super easy and super perfect. So that was great. So what I did is I kind of took a hammer, banged that up a little bit, and then laid that in there, and then I've welded this front edge and then kind of down the side there. Same thing on that side, you just can't see as well. So that should help reinforce and kind of hold that weight there, and give just more meat to kind of bolt onto. I cleaned up the wiring quite a bit, so you can see this is the one that I cut out the stock clip on, and I'm still utilizing that over here. So that should be good. I'm thinking this wire here is probably the reverse wire, which isn't working. I'm going to do a little investigating on that and see if I need a new switch or what. But that's not too critical because I've actually got this light here. I know that looks terrible because it is terrible, but it's on a switch that I can kick on if I need lights behind me. And so that's kind of fulfilled that purpose, and that'll actually be quite a bit brighter than those will. So that'll act as my reverse light. Let's see what else. I've got this side connected up. Everything's good there, so I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna kind of tape all that up, clean that up, so that's a nice harness. And then over here I've got to put connectors on these ends, the blades, so that they'll plug into those. I should have thought about it. I did get a blue one on here, but I should have reversed one of these so that I didn't have to guess which side it went in, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then once that's done, then I'll just do a little bit of zip tying and bolt it all up, and we should be in good shape. So the trailer, that was the other thing. I've got this wired up too, so it's working and ready to go. I'm gonna leave these pigtails here off of the reverse lights. I'm just not gonna worry about those right now because I might use them at some point for some reason. So I'm just gonna kind of leave that there. It doesn't look real pretty, but it's not gonna cause problems either. So yeah, so I'm gonna kind of finish working on that, and I'll let you kind of watch that, test everything out, make sure it works, bolt it all up nice and snug, and that'll be that item checked off the list. Well, it's on there. Definitely a big improvement from what it was before. The brackets had a little bit of a bend to them still. I couldn't really flatten that out, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. So we've still got a little bit of an angle. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but this was my hope. I started building this a while back, hoping to move this to that so that it could be a tire carrier, and then I thought maybe I'd put kind of a little bit of a basket just for some additional storage, because any of you that have a Samurai, you know you're pretty limited on where you can put stuff. It's just a tight space. I just don't know that the brackets on this are sturdy enough to support that kind of weight hanging out like that. So I tried to think of a way that maybe I could tie into the roll bar here. The biggest problem with that is when I try and put my hard top on, obviously that would be in the way. I don't know if I'd be able to punch a hole in there or something like that. I'm gonna have to think on that a little bit more, but I really wanted to figure out a way to put some sort of rack on the back end that would carry the tire and maybe a little additional storage, but that's not gonna happen today. I'm gonna have to think on that a little bit more and see if I can come up with some other ideas on that. So anyways, it's about lunchtime, I think. Yeah, it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna head in. I'll probably clean up my mess out here a little bit, and then I'm gonna head in, have some lunch, and I think after lunch we might take this for a little test run somewhere, just see if we can get it up, cruise it around a little bit, and get temperatures up, stuff like that, and see if there's any other kinks I need to work out for now. So all right, it's the same day, I promise. I'm just wearing a different outfit, and it's because I decided that I was going to go try a mountain biking trail that I found quite a while back, a couple of years probably, that's nearby my house. I figured that'd be a good little test run for Sammy to take it out over there and see how it goes, see what I can see. So what I'm trying to do is just figure out how to mount this GoPro so that maybe I can kind of capture what I'm doing. I had a lot of different plans. One was to bring the drone and kind of do some aerial shots and stuff like that, but it's at work. It's not here. And my other GoPro, the SD card is full on it, and the SD card is also at work in the GoPro, or in the drone case. So we're down to one GoPro, so we're gonna make it work. So I'm gonna load this up in Sami, and I think that'll probably hold okay for what I want to do, and we're gonna go for a ride. couple things you're going to want to know about me. I'm not a mountain biker. I know how to ride a bike, and as a kid I rode a bike all over the place, but as an adult I have not ridden very much. So this is not a general hobby that I do. Number 2 item, which I'm sure is easily noted by watching my videos, I am not in shape. I'm far from it. I have aspirations to be in shape, but I'm not in shape. So what I plan to do is utilize this rig to attach toner to my bike, and from there she will gladly pull me along, or at least assist me on the uphill portions of this trail. Number 3 item is I'm not really aware of exactly what this trail system does. It's been a while since I've been up here, and just looking at the trailhead, they've changed quite a bit. So I hope I know where I'm going, but we're gonna head up here and just see if we can figure it out. If anything, I'm gonna get a good hike out of it, Toner will get a good run out of it, and my bike will get its wheels rotated. Come here, Toner.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Don't know that real
Yeah, made it. That was actually pretty fun. I'll be honest, I was pretty bummed first time I came up here and saw that these roads were closed off, because I'd come out here and hike and just go for a drive and stuff like that. But that was a lot of fun. The uphill, you might have seen, was kind of rough. I thought I was gonna die, but cruising downhill coming back on that loop was a blast. So if I'm honest, I'm not too disappointed, because looks like that's going to be a cool area to come out and explore sometime. So anyways, I'm going to load up and head back for home, and I'll see you when we get there.